The things I have been hearing have literally been making my ears bleed since I was a child. Hi, welcome to today's whatever the fuck video this is gonna be. Today we are talking about healing blood blisters in my ears. So when I was little, I got like this blister in my ear and it was like super painful. And so my mom brought me to the doctor, and I remember the doctor rolling on it with like a metal tool, and it was kind of weird because it was like it felt like those movie type of rooms where it's just like the table and like the tools, and then you know what I mean, and it's just like in the center of the room it's all dark. That's not really how it was. There was lighting, but over time, like, they would come and I learned how to take care of it on my own. And it's basically like you roll it with the Q-tip, you use hydrogen peroxide, and it'll burst on its own and drain on its own. This time I ignored it a little bit at first, and I thought I was gonna get an ear infection. Before I got the blood blister, I thought I was gonna get an ear infection. The physical, what fucking happened to cause this was my chin hit a surface and it like pushed lymphatic back. It pushed lymphatic back, but also what it did was it popped or bursted probably some blood. So, and blood is good, the blood is healing, the blood is bringing in, so I'm not afraid of that. And it's not like a progressive bleed, like I don't believe I'm bleeding out, I don't feel I'm bleeding out. So what the pressure did was push it back here. So in order to drain it, it's like out here, in order to drain it, it would have to travel back. But what I'm afraid of, because I've never let it heal naturally without bursting it, so that post I made where I'm like, you're not ripping through muscles without consent, like you don't need that stuff to do that stuff, like you don't need to feel unbearable pain to heal pain. This is a reflection of that. This is parallel to that, because if I just go and I pop it, yes, I'm at risk for infection. 2, the skin is a little bit too thick for that. 3, yes, I did already try. Yes, I did sterilize the needle. 4, anyway, I left it alone. I left it alone because, for the most part, because I didn't want to like overdo it. I didn't want to like harm it more than what it already was. And so I think that the topical is good, and I can up that to maybe soften the skin a little bit more before the blister travels back inside, which may be fine, and it may unblister in there. But I'm also afraid that it's growing, so I'm gonna use what the medicine, like the internal medicine that I used to heal like cysts, my pilonidal cysts, that popped into my head. So I did a little bit of digging, and absolutely it is recommended for blood blisters. So that's absolutely perfect. I will take it internally, and I don't blame my body, and it's pretty natural. So I'm trying to keep my fears level, because my bones, I mean, they feel healed, and I can say, oh yeah, it's healed, it's healed, it's healed, I can run on it, this and that, whatever. But you know, it still needs a little bit of extra support. Just because I healed it faster than I thought I would, and this, that stuff, blah, 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 whatever, it doesn't mean that I don't need to care for it. And because I was running around on it yesterday, I have it bandaged up today. Just like a hug, like extra support. It's like choosing to wear a jacket, even if it's not like freezing cold, or if like when the winds, you know what I mean? So there's that. And now we're gonna do the verbal medicine of like the ears bleeding. 6 of Swords, the Lovers, the 3 of Wands, 6 of Cups, external, and the 8 of Wands, external, or reverse, and the 8 of Coins. Oh, there's more. 2 of Cups, oh, I see. Temperance and the Sun, external, 10 of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, external. Okay, we got a center, a core, and we got a ring. And it like the cards face out all around. It's so beautiful. It's such a trip. It's like a buffet, like a card buffet. So 6 of Swords, the Lovers, and the 3 of Wands. When you are successful and when you are trusting, you know that you don't need to control anybody in order for your success to stand on its own. In order for like you to be able to stand on your own or with others. It's like you can share things, but you understand the boundary of like forcing things, which is a mood sometimes, but it's like in considering that there's things like rape and pedophilia out there. Boundaries are very, very important. And so I have to stay within those guidelines because I've already made that mistake before where like I wasn't including that stuff and I was being more lighthearted. And then some people were like, you are doing this and doing that. And I'm like, no, I can be so cutthroat. Like when it comes to safety like that, like you can't just be fucking... Okay, anyway. Like, okay, I see. If you had a bunch of like opihis, like opihi people, like people just following right behind you, like watching your, like everything like that, they're not afraid to separate, or you're not afraid to separate anymore. Like you can take different sides to look for clues, Jesus, clues, and then come back. Oh, how am I gonna serve this one up? This is crazy. 8 of Coins and the 2 of Cups. There's a certain level of like solidity that you reach. And so if somebody is solidified in something just as much as you, even if it's a different thing, that can like magnetize together because then it can reflect into like all parts. This could also be talking about bringing in people who have the same type of skill set. So then the purpose of that would be to find your like what makes yours or you or you know your little thing to it. It's like there's me, there's the divine, and then there's like the coagulation. Six of Cups and the 8 of Wands. There was some people who were hiding or ran away to a certain extent, who went off to the races for a good purpose, taking what they learned, returning, and they're going to be reaching out to you. And it might freak you out a little bit because they were watching you the entire time and you didn't know. But the things that they have to share, maybe you've heard these things before, but they're expressing it to you in a different way that's really, it's giving you an opportunity to be able to dust off your crown chakra and open theirs, or have some type of healing, like healing the cracks in that area. I'm just thinking how I was stomping my foot, how I hit my chin, and how hard I hit the top of my head. There's no way that... Did my skull fracture? We didn't order an x-ray. We did an MRI, and the MRI was invalidated by the workers' comp doctor. Who said that I was faking from the beginning. So it would bleed a lot too. Like when I would do like acupuncture or receive acupuncture, I wasn't doing it on myself. It would bleed. It would bleed a lot. Temperance and the sun. Physical ailments are not just physical ailments. They're also not punishments. Sometimes it can be, but that's just such a small portion of people compared to how many people are disabled and having to push themselves and function in a monetized world. So when you can dial that back and take care of yourself, knowing that your health is not your punishment, it gives the medicine time to sink in to all of the layers and kind of like solidify there, or crystallize, or whatever beautiful thing you would like to say. Because sometimes, I mean, if there was like a bunch of crystals or buildup in your muscle, that might not be good, right? But figuratively speaking, solidifying energetically, like having that medicine and your body match. Feeling good about the things that you're doing. And if you were only looking at the main course or one side dish, it's like these are all of the plates here. And then the 10 of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. This is like an incredible read because it like bounces off of each other in a really cool way. The unreachables. Being able to reach the unreachables is this 10 of Cups, Wheel of Fortune. the people they said were lost causes, anywhere where you felt like a lost cause, anywhere you felt like you had to contort. All of this symbolizes a little bit of free thinking, that if somebody's asking you to remove your thoughts or calling you evil and that you should be just like them, in my opinion, that's the most evil thing you can do. And I'm sure you can look at every war and find a portion of what I'm talking about. This turntable is causing everyone to look at all of the dishes, 333, see all sides of themselves. They don't have to take from every single option, but they also don't have to hate and insult the things that they didn't pick. And that's just in like a more hateful way, because you can be whatever emotion you want and still be operating in the highest light. I don't know why so many people think following your heart and feeling your emotions is evil, because that's what makes us human. So, and if you're calling stuff evil, that means you got hurt. So, for protection, the ultimate protection. This is the ultimate protection. Being able to think and feel for yourself. Sovereign from a group, but also having a place, being welcomed. Sharing the same waters, the same resources. There's a lot of people who have no idea what it feels like or means to be alive. It was beat out of them, squeezed out of them, and it is returning. It is returning in a whole buffet. That might be a little bit more in the future. An actual buffet might be in your future. 555. Actually, yeah. Yeah, I could second that, like, with verification from my own personal life. I think so. It's pretty realistic. I don't know, dude. If you guys are watching my videos and just fucking making assumptions about me and then not saying anything to me, I don't like that so much. It's weird. Just leave a comment, send a message. It's like, you know what I mean? And if something makes you angry, like, try not to take it out on me, but if it's bothering you that much, it must be pretty prevalent in your life. And maybe if I didn't intend it the same way as the people in your life or this or that, it can create healing for you or space for you to be able to communicate with your people. Just because I'm not interested in you romantically or sexually doesn't mean that I'm traumatized. I'm preventing myself from being traumatized. And the things and reactions that happen in these current videos sometimes are predictions, but a lot of the times these things are happening in real life as we speak. So And also, starving me is not gonna make me less evil. And if y'all want to sit around and fucking call me evil, I turn evil, yeah. Because I am fucking scared. Because there's beef in the spiritual realms with the light and the dark too. Dark is not evil. And for some of you racist ass fuckers out there, you really need to hear it like that. I swear to God. My heart goes out to the people working in the care homes. Right. The same thing that I said about the homophobia, you could say with the racism too. If some people actually were like wounded by each other or like a specific race because of proximity or environment or slavery or whatever, right? Some of the things, the reasons why they prejudge people is for a reason, because they have it's valid, right, to a certain extent. But when you're talking individual one-on-one and like you get to know them, you usually understand, even if there's shock value. Even if some things are evil, it doesn't mean that the person or the entity or the place or the circumstance or the event is completely evil.